Hi, my name is Shannon Routh, and I'm going to be doing the third speech for Basic Public Speaking Online. Today I'm going to be talking about the issues we as the United States have with gender inequality, not only in the workplace, but in leadership roles also. We're falling behind so many other countries in the world in recognizing and making a movement to fix the problem of gender inequality. The United States have always had problems with gender equality in almost every aspect of life. Women are always portrayed to be the underdogs. Men are always the breadwinners. Women tend to stay home with kids, or that's what they're expected to do. American companies already recognize this vast pool of talent because more women than men hold professional and technical roles in the country. But the women who are in those roles aren't likely to make it into the legislator or senior official and manager positions. And the leadership gap is getting wider, having started out at 46% a decade ago, and now it's dropped to 43%. So we're not even making progress. We're declining our progress. To catch up with other countries, the United States will need to focus on both economic and political gender equality. This is not just the right thing to do, it's also the smart thing to do. Because if we start doing this as a country, other countries can follow us and see that gender equality is right, and they should make a movement to fix their gender inequalities in their countries. Women also fall short with the wage earnings. Even though on average women have a higher education than men, they make significantly less. In 2010, American full-time women, year-round workers, made only 80 cents for every dollar earned by men, a gender wage gap of 20%. And the Institute for Women's Policy Research tracks gender wage gap over time in a series of fact sheets updated twice a year. According to their research, if change continues at the same slow pace we're going at now, declining instead of inclining, it's going to take about 44 years for women to finally reach pay equality. We as a country should provide a solution to this never-ending issue. It should be mandatory in all workplaces that the same number of women and men have leadership positions and receive the same, if not more competitive pay. Our government should contain the same number of male and female position holders, and they should also have the same wages. As a woman, I want nothing more than to be equal for myself, for my kids, for every other woman out there. We want to be equal. So the result would be making the United States a role model and a bigger empire for the rest of the world like we once used to be. Our government would be a more diverse and equally paid system, and maybe would end some corruption and enlighten people to try a different way of thinking, maybe, or make progress in the world with different ideas that they didn't have, because maybe these women don't have these positions and don't have these opportunities to make it into public office. Having a diverse and equally paid workforce would help our companies run smoother and more efficiently, and potentially eliminate the problems that they've been having with gender inequality. There are so many issues with human resources and women being asked by men to do things that aren't really appropriate in order to get these positions. So there's also harassment going on with women in the workplace. And we must act as a country, and we must act as women to stop this fix this ongoing issue. This is a recognized issue in the United States, and something has to happen. The U.S. is slowly working towards a solution, but why wait another 44 years when we need to take action now? We should do what is right and what is smart, not what is more convenient and what we've been taught to think our whole lives. Thank you. Bye.